Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dinky Aveling road roller. I bought this one from eBay and it's quite battered and twisted. As you can see, like the little driver here, he's missing his head and the canopy's missing. So the good old friend Martin from Martin Dare's Dinky Restorations was kind enough to send me one of his spares. So we got that little driver and also managed to get the canopy from it. So thank you very much for that, Martin. So please go and check Martin out, guys. He does some cracking work over there and he's well worth going over and having a subscribe. Anyway, back to the model. So as you can see, it's a very well played one. It's got little bits of dinks and twists, and as I say, it's about 60, 70 years old, this model. So we've got to expect some little scratches along the way, you know. So anyway, let's get it stripped down and see what we've got to work with. So I was going to take my little rotary tool and titanium bit on and just whip these little lugs off the end, the rivets. Just skim the top off, try and do as less damage as possible. Just work my way through it very slowly, because these bits are so powerful, they take big chunks out at a time, so you've got to be so careful with them. So I'm basically just like skimming it across, just circular motions, just till there's enough just to get down, just to pry the base off. So that should be alright for that side. So let's do these front two now. Just work these out. Just work away slowly. Anyway, I'm sorry guys, I've not had a video for a while now. I say, like, I had a few problems with my health and this, that and the other. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I say I'm trying to get back into it slowly but surely. But as things are at the minute, I can basically I can't put my videos out as often as I can, as I want to, should I say. So I'm just going to do it as and when I can. So I hope that's going to be okay for your regular subscribers and the newcomers that have joined the channel. But I do plan on getting back to the way I was, so bear with me please if you don't mind. But yeah, I've got a few good videos coming up as well. I've got the next one I've got coming up is a nice little project. I'm not going to spoil it so much because it's like a, oh god, what do you call it? Like a sponsored build, but for somebody else, you know. So that should be a good build. So keep your eye out for that. But other than that, yeah, things are great. So thank you very much for all the new subscribers to the channel. And thank you very much for all the regulars for keep coming back, and the support is absolutely fantastic and really appreciate it all, guys. So thank you very much for that. So let's see where we are now. So we're just going to pry the base off. This tin that they put on the bottom all these years ago is so thin and flimsy. It doesn't take much to bend it or even crack it, to be honest. So I'm just like tactfully prizing it, should I say. So there we go, that's the base off. And there's the little tow hook from the back, it just sits in there. Make sure we don't lose that. We just pop him down out the way. So there's not much to this really, just a couple of axles, they just lift out. These are cast out wheels as well, so they're quite heavy. But say the axle in the middle, it's got a bit of rust on it and a little bit of bending, but it's not too bad, to be honest. Still rolls pretty well. That's that. Now, I think there's yeah, that's just the support from the old canopy. We'll get them out. Just push them through and pull them out through the body, I think. A little bit of persuasion. You will come out. So this driver and this front axle is yeah, a bit problematic. It's like it's a bit twisted there, And also the way this fits on the body, it's like spring loaded on the front. So I'm going to have a look at the other model Martin sent me, see if we can see what we can do here. What I'm thinking is using this actually and transferring the good parts from my one onto this, because as you say, that the driver's cast, so we're not going to be able to like butcher it, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to butcher a model just to get the driver. So here's the canopy. I'm going to replace all the arms, the struts, because they're all bent and twisted and what have you. So rather than bend them and what have you, I think it'll be easy just to make new ones from paper clips or something similar. So I'll just prise these little lugs, just twist them with the screwdriver just to release the posts and get them out, and then we'll have some sort of shape then to follow to make a new one. Just give them a little wiggle, help them along the way a little bit. I say I'm a bit cautious of bending the little lugs too much because they're so fragile. Right, we'll sort that off in a minute. Right, so we're going to strip it down now with caustic soda. Please remember guys, this is boiling water and chemicals that will burn if you're not careful. They will burn your skin, and it goes in your eyes, you're in trouble. And if you inhale it, it's very irritating. So always wear PPE, protective gear like glasses, masks, gloves, and in the ventilated area when using this stuff. And if you show it the respect it deserves, then you should be fine and everything should go great, but just be careful. So we're just going to pop it in the water here, throw in the caustic soda, and as you can see, the colour change in the water around the model, it's starting to do its thing already. It works pretty quick, very volatile. So just going to leave it to sit in here for a couple of minutes, give it a little twizz about with the brushes and the forceps and what have you, and then get it out, get it rinsed off, because I don't want it to erode away. As you can see already, all the red and green in the water, it's actually working. The wheels are done. Just give them a little rinse, a little swill, get them out. Just pop them to one side. It's like lucky dip in here when you can't see what you're doing, it's great. There's another set of wheels. As I say, I just stripped off the two models just so we can like make one good one from the two bits. There's one of the bodies. Which one it is, I don't know. I was talking to the driver, so we'll just give him a quick brush up because he's going to be the main one we're using. Make sure all the paint's gone off him. Give him another little swill. Leave him in there for a few more minutes. What else have we got over here? Oh, it's the canopy. Yeah, we give that a little scrub-a-dub-dub. So these old models, this caustic is absolutely fantastic. Takes no prisoners. What else have we got? Where's the other wheels? Oh, they're still attached to that body. That's why I can't find them. Oops. As I say, there you go. Some saying silly little things like that. That could, if I didn't have gloves on, that could have burnt me. So this is why we got to be careful, guys. Just having a fish about now, see where all the parts are. What have we got here? The canopy, we know that's there. We stick that in the corner. To the body, we just stick that there out the way. Have a little feel about, see what else we've got in there hiding. Here we go. And that's the front axle. So we just pop him out the side so we know where that is. I think that's about everything. Just double check though, you never know. Make sure nothing's fell off anything. So I'm just basically going to empty this away, dispose of it, rinse everything off, and then back to the bench. So here we are, guys, we're all rinsed off now. Let's get everything ready, prepped for paint and what have you. So out of the two models, we're going to make one decent one. So there's all the parts that we've got to be working with. I say that's the one with the driver on the left there. So we've got the canopy. Just going to clean it all off and get rid of this oxidization. So you don't need to go hard on these guys, just let your rotary tool do the work. Get yourself a decent little wire brush attachment on the end and nice slow speed and just nice and steady. And let the tool do the work. Don't be gouging into it, there's no need for that. You'll end up taking detail away. Right. Okay, so we've just changed tool. That one was a bit too powerful, so I've got my wireless one. I use this for lighter work because it's not as powerful, so we'll just carry on using this little tool. These are cracking little tools. I think it was only about £10 or something like that. Really cheap, absolutely fantastic little rotary tool. You charge it up on the USB leads and it lasts about 2 hours, to be honest. It's really good. It takes about half an hour to charge up and you get like 2 hours life out of it, so it's brilliant for this type of work. It's absolutely fantastic. And I think it was an Amazon purchase that I don't even know what it was, but the missus bought me. So if you remember, I'll try and put a link in the description for you. But well worth the buy, well worth. So we just carry on working around this canopy, around the edges, get this oxidization off, get rid of it. And you just whip it around the edges here now, it's nearly done. Inside where we're going to be putting our new post, just give this a quick clean. Don't have to be so thorough here because obviously you're not going to be able to see this part, but we'll get what we can off. Clean up all the little joints. Okay, so let's see what we've got to do now. That should do that one. Let's get the wire wool on the go now. 0000 is what I use, very fine. I think it's the finest you can get in the wire wool, but I'm not too sure, but I'm sure it is. And we just buff this up just to get rid of any marks off the tool that we just used, the rotary tool, and put an extra bit of burnishing on, or shine, whichever way you want to say it. So the longer you take doing all this type of prep work, it does pay off in the paint jobs in the end. So you don't need to be as obsessive as I get. Just as long as you get the oxidization off and all the scratch marks, you're good to go. So I'm just going to work my way around all these, give the wheels a quick rub over. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on with this and then I'll get back to you guys when we get to some better interesting points, should I say. So I'll speak to you in a little while. Right, got all these parts here and out the way. So I made these from paper clips. Basically just got the old ones and just followed the pattern and give them a little bend here, there and everywhere. And they're basically just going to sit into the sides of this canopy, either side, and then just slot in into the body, into these little holes. And then once it's inside, you've just got to adjust the bend again inside and secure it in place with a bit of glue. You don't even need glue because it'll just sit in, but I'm going to add a little bit of glue in just to make sure they don't go anywhere. Yeah, that's that. So I've painted it up, guys. I lost the footage with spraying it. I don't know what the hell happened to it, so I do apologise for that. I say, like, here's the little struts I made, and I've put on the little sleeves of shrink tube, heat tube, whatever it's called, heat wrap, whatever, and just put the lighter on it just to shrink it down, just like this, and it just gives it another little touch, you know, just protects it and gives it another little detail, really. You don't need to do it, but I just chose to. So I'm going to quickly burn this, well, not burn it, just heat it up. And then that's ready to go on. So yeah, the colour variation I've done with this, on my model was a bit different green to the one that was on Martin's model. So I made the match closer to the one Martin sent me. I don't know if it's an earlier model or a later model, I couldn't tell you, I'm not too sure. But I know it's quite a little different, but I like the colour actually. I think it looks nice and it suits it, so I just ran with it. So the canopy's just going to pop into place there. A little bit fiddly. But just be patient, take your time with it, you know. You'll get it in the end. Just put it into place, make sure that it's all level. And there you go, it doesn't look too bad. Just a little bit of adjustments here and there just to straighten it out. But yeah, it's starting to take shape. And the wheels there, we just used Vallejo red in the centres of the caps just to put them back to where they were, and kept like the rollers, like the metal colour itself. Gives it a nice contrast, I feel, rather than paint them with the actual outside of the wheels, you know. So I'm just bending over the post inside now just to secure that into place. And now the front. And there we go, that's the canopy on. Awesome. So it's just a case of getting the wheels on now and the base plate. There we go, there's the back axle and the little base plate, and we must not lose that little tow hook either. So there's no attachment for these axles, they just slot into the little groove that's already in the frame. And then it's secured on with the base plate when that goes on. Which goes on there. Get the little tow hook on the back, that sits just under the base plate. Sorry, I'm out of shot here. And I tapped them out actually, so I'm going to fit them all back with little screws. So we drilled out the posts and then tapped them out. So I'm just going to use some M3 screws and then secure the base plate, and then she's good to go. It's another one of these little tool sets I'd be lost without. The amount of times I've dropped it on the floor, though, is ridiculous. I've got one of them magnetic floors, I'm sure I have. Anything that goes near it just decides to jump out the box and goes all over the floor all the bloody time. So I'm forever picking these up. Surprised I haven't lost any, to be honest. So yeah, just going to fit these plates into place. In she goes. Yeah, I kept these screws in the model when I was spraying it. That's why the screws are green. But it is what it is. I don't know. I think it looks all right, actually. I was going to scrape it off, but thought, nah, sorry. Leave them green. Turn it around now, put the last one in the back. Actually goes through the tow hook as well, keep that in place. And once it's done, guys, we'll put it up on the rotary bed and let you see what we've got. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. And as I say, thank you for all the newcomers for subscribing. Welcome to the family, guys. Thank you for your support. It's much greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you all in the next one. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. And I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye for now.